Guys, we have a big breaking news coming out when it comes to nation against nation and kingdom against kingdom. Russia responds to US president saying his ceasefire ultimatum is a step towards biblical war. And again, it's not going to be Russia and Ukraine. The next step could be Russia and US. All right, even the former leader, Dmitry, he said it yesterday. He's like, this is going to lead to a new chapter, Donald. This is going to lead to us and your country. So Donald gave them 10 days. So these next 10 days, yeah, we're going to find out what's going to happen in less than 2 weeks. All right, so we're going to see what's going on with this one. I do have another news article I want to share with many of you. Give me a second here. Let me just read this part really quick. If you can, like, share, subscribe. Thank you again for your support. So, as Russia continues its operation against Ukraine, the U.S. president said on Monday, July 28th, that was yesterday, that he is giving Vladimir 10 to 12 days to stop this operation in Ukraine. The latest announcement means that the U.S. leader has shortened a 50-day deadline he had given to the Russians. Leader 2 weeks ago, in July 2025, reacting to U.S. president announcement. Now, former leader Dmitry said that Russia is not Holy Land. Russia is not even Iran. And each new ultimatum is a warning and a step towards war. Alright guys, before I start, for those of you that want to send us letters, a prayer request, you can send it to me, US Santiago, or my wife Jessica Santiago at 3432 US Highway 19, number 2, Holiday, Florida 34691. Alright, so we're going to start with this one first. Alright, let's finish off with this, and then we're going to go with the next one. Alright, so Donald gave the deadline. You got 10 days to end the biblical war. That's basically, I think, August 9th. So what's going to happen August 9th if Russia doesn't comply? Well, they're going to get hit with sanctions and tariff. And there's a possibility the bear might retaliate. So let's see what's going on with this one here. Vladimir has regularly warned the U.S. and its allies of taking the war to their doorsteps if they get involved directly in the Bear-Crane War. Should we stick our nose in this operation? Should we get involved? Should we get involved, ladies and gentlemen? Should we get involved in this operation that is not even our concern? Donald said that he was going to take us out of this thing because it's not ours. It's none of our business. But now Donald had a change of heart. We have to get involved because there's so many innocents are getting hit. That's what Donald said. And Donald said that Vladimir is a madman and needs to be stopped. And he's the only one that could do it. Well, Donald, you do realize that Ben is also out of control, right? And there's famine going on in Gaza Strip. Are you going to put a stop to Benjamin? No? So it says here, the Western supplied equipments have helped Crane in installing the Russian advance for over 3 years. But Moscow on many occasions warned to go nuclear. Oh, nuclear. If NATO supplies lethal equipment to strike targets deep inside its territory. You hear that? So the Bears say they're going to use nuclear. They will strike with nukes. If the sleeping giant provides equipment that could reach the Bear territory. Donald, you can be using bunker buster just like you did to Persia. This is not Persia. Moscow fired an overnight operation of more than 300 drones, 4 cruise, and 3 ballistic. The Ukrainian Air Force said the bombardment from the Bear continued to rock Ukrainian cities despite Donald pressure to end the biblical war. The latest strike from Moscow also signified that the sleeping giant-led peace talk had failed to gain momentum. Once again, the U.S. leader had said on July 14 that he would implement severe tariff on the bear unless a peace deal is reached by early September. Donald said on Monday, July 28, that he will now give Vladimir 10 to 12 days, meaning he wants peace efforts to make progress by August 7th or the 9th. The plan includes possible sanctions and secondary tariff targeting the bear trading partners. The formal announcement will come later, Monday or on Tuesday, Donald said. So prepare for a major announcement, August 7th or the 9th, through the 9th. No reason in waiting, Donald said of the shorter timeline. We just don't see any progress being made. Vladimir has got to make a deal. Too many are passing, Donald said during a visit to Scotland. But Donald, what about the Strip, the GAZA Strip? 60,000 have already passed, mostly young ones. Are you going to tell Ben to stop it? To end the biblical war? Are you going to slap sanctions on the Holy Land too? Or tariff? I'm just saying, you can't be just one-sided. You can't. You call yourself the peacemaker, but it seems like you're only siding with one side. Ex-leader Dmitry calls its step towards a biblical war. Dmitry has called Donald deadline announcement a step towards biblical war. He also said that the U.S. Commander-in-Chief is playing the ultimatum game with the bear. Donald playing the ultimatum game with the bear, 50 days or 10. He should remember two things. Number one, the bear isn't Holy Land or even Iran. Number two, each new ultimatum is a warning and a step towards biblical war. Not between the bear and Crane, but with his own country. Don't go down the sleepy you-know-who road, Dmitry said in a post on X. So Dmitry is reminding Donald, hey Donald, we have thousands of nukes. Think twice. Think twice. And think very well. Your next move. So again, that's what they're saying. We not the bear. We not Holy Land. We not Iran. So Donald echoes criticism against Vladimir. As Moscow continued to bombard Ukraine, Donald reiterated his criticism of Vladimir for talking about ending the biblical war, but continued to bombard Ukrainian civilians. And I say that's not the way to do it, Donald said, he added. But Donald, Ben is doing the same. Actually, Ben is doing worse. You don't see famine going on in Ukraine, in the yellow blue country. You don't see famine going on in that region. So I'm disappointed in Vladimir, but you're not disappointed in Ben. Got it. Asked at a news conference about a potential meeting with the bear leader, Donald said, I'm not so interested in talking anymore. Still, he voiced some reluctance about imposing penalty on the Kremlin, saying that he loves the bear people. I don't want to do that to the bear, he said. But he noted how many of the bear citizens, along with Ukrainians, are passing in a biblical war. Yes, Donald, that's true. But there's also a situation going down in Mid-E, which is a lot worse. Can be one side. Crane has urged Western countries to take a tougher line with Vladimir. Andrei, the head of Crane's presidential office, thanked the U.S. commander for shortening the deadline. Vladimir understands only strength, and that has been convened clearly and loudly. Remarks said on Telegram, adding that Ukrainian leaders shared the settlement. The latest strike in Ukraine. A Russian drone blew out some windows in Ukraine capital. So you have Taimun, the head of the city military administration, wrote on Telegram. 8 were injured, including a young one. He said the strike also started a fire in other regions in central Ukraine. Local officials said, but no injuries were reported. The main target of the bear strike was, I'm going to skip those names there, a region of the western Ukraine, the Air Force said. Now, regional authorities reported no damage or casualty. Western Ukraine is on the other side of the country from the front line, and the Ukrainian military is believed to have significant airfields as well as arsenal and depots there. The Bear Defense Ministry said its forces carry out an overnight strike with long-range, air-launched equipment hitting a Ukrainian air base along with an ammunition depot containing stockpiles of missiles and components for drones productions. Alright, so it's still going down. They're still going at it. Now we're going to go with this news here. I want to see what's going on with this one. But, yeah, 10 days. That's what, August 7th through the 9th. I do believe that there's going to be a major announcement from the Donald pretty soon, once we hit August. And this is going to be the beginning, and there's no turning back. So you have top U.S. general is urging Donald, pull back. Pull back. Don't do it, Donald. Again, we're talking about Flynn. So he's urging Donald not to do it. Do not provoke the bear. Do not poke the bear. And Donald, I feel like Donald just got a taste of the medicine. Like, I took down Persia. And I ended a war between Palestine and India. I mean, I'm unstoppable. I'm the only one that could stop the bear, and I would go down in history. It's like Dmitry said, Donald. We not Holy Land. We not Iran. We not Mexico or Canada. This is another ball game, a different level. All right, so the ongoing conflict between Ukraine and the bear has taken a new turn, with reactions emerging to a proposed cease plan linked to Donald. As reported by the news, both nations have expressed their perspectives on the potential for a temporary halt in hostility, reflecting the complexity of achieving peace in the region. Ukraine leadership has emphasized that the importance of territorial integrity in any discussion surrounding a cease plan. Officials have indicated a willingness to engage in dialogue, but remain cautious about terms that might compromise their sovereignty. A spokesperson for the Ukrainian Gov was quoted on the matter, shedding light on their stance. Any cease plan must guarantee our borders and the safety of our people. On the other side, the bear authorities have also responded to the proposal. Here you go, Russia is coming out, highlighting their own conditions for pausing military action. Their position appears to focus on strategic gains and security assurances as prerequisite for any agreement. A statement from the bear official underscored this perspective. We are open to discussions, but only under condition that protect our national interest, the official remarked. The idea of a cease plan reportedly tied to Donald influence has sparked varied reactions among analysts and international observers. While some see it as a potential step towards de-escalation, others question the possibility given the deep-rooted tensions and differing objects of the two nations. we're going to see how all this plays out. So it's going to happen in August 7 or the 9th or the 8th, around there. But we're going to see how all this plays out. The conflict, which has persisted for years, caused immense suffering and displacement, making any talk of a truce a significant point of interest for the global community. Humanitarian concerns remain at the forefront, with millions affected by the lawlessness and instability in the region. Efforts to broker peace have been ongoing, with multiple international actors attempting to mediate over time. However, achieving a lasting resolution has proven elusive, as both sides hold firm to their respective demands. The involvement of high-profile figures like Donald in ceasefire discussion adds another layer of complexity to an already intricate situation. It remains unclear how much influence such figures can wield in altering the trajectory of the conflict. As the dialogue continues, the world watches closely to see if this latest proposal can pave the way for a meaningful reduction in lawlessness, violence. The stakes are high, and the outcome could have far-reaching implications for regional stability and international relations. For now, both countries, the bear and crane, appear to be weighing their option carefully. The path to peace, though desired by many, remains fraught with challenges that require delicate navigation and compromise from all parties involved. Updates on this developing story are expected as further statements and negotiations unfold. The hope for a resolution persists, even as the hurdles to achieving it remain significant in this long-standing conflict. That's where we are right now. These biblical wars are rising. Under Donald, there's been a lot of biblical war compared to Joe. All right, it seems like under Donald, there's been a lot more, especially the Holy Land and Iran. That thing took a different turn. But again, these drone strikes going on between Russia and Ukraine, again, that has risen. Under Joe, we didn't see that much drone strike. Under Donald, there's been a lot of operation. Donald said, that's it, I'm giving you 10 days, Putin, and the biblical war. The bear is saying, you don't give us orders. You don't talk to us like that. We're not Persia, we're not Iran. You can talk to them like that, but not to us. Thank you so much for watching, guys. For those of you that want to send us letters, a prayer request, you can send it to me, US Santiago, or my wife, Jessica Santiago, at 3432 US Highway 19, number 2, Holiday, Florida, 34691. Once again, guys, $5 a month Patreon. We get you access to our live stream once a week. We talk about things that we cannot talk about in the platform. Also, I posted videos today. Those links will be in the comments box. Thank you so much for watching. God bless you all. Put faith and trust in Jesus Christ, for He's the only way, the truth, and the life. No one gets to the Father except through Jesus. Thank you so much for watching. Till next time later. Peace.